Americans are paying more for everything because of left-wing extremist policies. Instead of addressing these major economic concerns head-on, the Democrat solution to inflation is to keep on spending.
I just wanted to educate our distinguished colleagues that Democrat is the noun. When you use it as an adjective, you say the Democratic member, or the Democratic solution, or the Democratic plan. And so I assume it's a good faith grammatical error the first few times. But after people are corrected several times and they continue to say it, it seems like it's an act of incivility, as if every time we mentioned the other party, it just came out with a kind of political speech impediment like, oh, the banana Republican Party.
Yo, Jamie Raskin just absolutely demolished Lauren Boebert. So bad, she forgot how to speak. This is the most brutal takedown I've ever seen in Congress.
And reporters regularly dismissed that. They called him a xenophobe because he was just saying where the virus came from. He did not mandate masks. Your president did.
Donald Trump, on more than 20 different occasions, defended the performance of the Chinese government, and specifically President Xi, in terms of his treatment of COVID-19, and said he was doing a wonderful job and a great job, and they were working closely and they were constantly in touch. So if there's a problem with the Chinese government unleashing a virus which has not been proven anywhere, but it certainly could be true, you would have to pin that on your favorite president, Donald Trump, not on Joe Biden.
Madam Speaker, the Biden regime wants to talk disinformation. Okay, let's give them something to talk about. Let's talk about how the White House said that it was Republicans that want to defund the police. Let's talk about how Secretary Mayorkas said the southern border is closed. Let's talk about how Joe Biden said his Build Back Better agenda cost zero American tax dollars. Let's talk about how Biden's new press secretary falsely claimed Trump stole the 2016 presidential election. And remember Afghanistan? Let's talk about how Joe Biden said any American who wants to come home will get you home. Well, that sounds like the words of a lying dog-faced pony soldier to me.
The distinguished gentlelady from Colorado called the President of the United States, or likened him to I think she said, a lying dog-faced pony soldier. We obviously could have taken those words down, but we have serious business to do here. And unlike some of our colleagues on the other side, we're not interested in censoring other people's speech. We want the whole world to see how the gentlelady from Colorado speaks in public as a member of Congress. We want everyone to look at that.
And so when we bring up COVID, we seem to have amnesia of when COVID started, who it started under, right? You guys don't like Dr. Fauci, but it was Donald Trump who listened to Dr. Fauci. And so at the end of the day, you guys want to complain about things that happened under the last 2 years.
He did not mandate masks. Your president did. Joe Biden did. We were on airplanes, all masked up, forced to be in masks, shut down our businesses, shut down our schools. Governors shut down our businesses and our schools. President Trump was very much in favor of federalism and saying, let the states choose.
President Trump's own special advisor on COVID-19, Deborah Birx, I'm sure you're aware, and I'm sure you've read her book, said that the lethal recklessness of Donald Trump's policies about COVID-19 cost Americans hundreds of thousands of lives. So you don't have to believe anybody on the Democratic side of the aisle. That's Donald Trump's own special advisor on COVID-19. Thank you for yielding, and I happily yield back.
The Democrat Party has truly lost their minds. From intimidating judges at their homes, burning down pregnancy centers, and vandalizing churches, to calling moms and dads domestic terrorists, and now creating this department to censor free speech because extremists are scared of what? Elon Musk? They think social media censor doesn't go far enough, and this needs to be defunded.
The antics and the diatribes of our colleagues are so profoundly disappointing to those of us who've come here to support President Zelensky and the heroic people of Ukraine who are resisting a brutal, illegal aggression by Vladimir Putin and his army. And we were hoping that we would have a bipartisan, unanimous support for this legislation to render the military and strategic, economic, and humanitarian aid that our Democratic allies need and are asking for and deserve to fight off this illegal, criminal aggression by Vladimir Putin, who is not a genius, but a war criminal and a mass murderer. And we don't see anything remotely like the seriousness and the solemnity that we would expect of members of the United States Congress. But instead, they put up profanity, they mock the President of the United States, they make a disgrace of their own party by the way they behave on the floor of the House of Representatives.
I do just want to take a few seconds to respond. That was great. You know, we are addressed as MAGA extremists, extreme MAGA Republicans, and I would like to make just a clarification point. It's ultra MAGA. That's what we prefer. Yes.
Raskin really said, "Don't start none, won't be none," and Boebert started it anyway. Big mistake, bestie. If you're vibing with this energy, hit subscribe and that bell. We never miss. Comment below who else needs this Raskin treatment. We out.